Okay, so today we're going to dive into something that feels like it's really on the verge of like changing how businesses operate. The future of enterprise automation.
Yeah,
And specifically, we're going to be talking about agentic AI.
right.
Now, if that makes you think about like robot butlers, hold that thought for just a second, because what we're really going to explore is like the practical here and now implications for businesses. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, agentic AI isn't, it's not just about automating those simple tasks, like the repetitive ones that we think about. It's
Right.
really about those intelligent systems that can think and adapt and act independently
Yeah.
to really achieve those business objectives, right? It's
Right.
about moving beyond just some rigid rules
Mhm.
to, really smart automation.
Right. And to really get a grasp on how this is moving from like concept to reality, we've been digging into the work of lowtouch.ai
Yeah.
and looking at their materials, their deck and website, to see how they're making this accessible. Especially through their focus on no-code solutions.
Yeah, that's a key differentiator, I think,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so our goal today is to really understand how lowtouch.ai's no-code approach to agentic AI is addressing, those core challenges that have held back AI adoption in enterprise.
Right.
And we're talking about the need for speed, like how quickly can we get these solutions deployed,
Yeah.
importance of security and data privacy,
Right.
and, just a desire to simplify what can be, sometimes a very complex process.
Yeah. It can be very complex, and that's a lot of the reason why I think it's been slow to be adopted.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah.
So okay, let's unpack this idea of agentic AI a little bit.
Sure.
Um, Based on what we've seen, what are those defining characteristics?
Right.
What really makes it different than the automation that we're already kind of familiar with?
Right. So at its heart, agentic AI involves intelligent systems that are capable of making their own decisions,
Yeah.
taking independent actions to reach a goal. And the sources emphasize a few key aspects of this. So first is autonomy with controls.
Okay.
So these agents operate independently, but within those defined boundaries,
Right.
right? And then there's perception. So this is their ability to actually process a wide array of data. This could be from customer emails to system logs.
Yeah.
Really think of it as them seeing the environment that they're operating in.
Right. So they're not just reacting to pre-programmed triggers. They're like understanding and interpreting information.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow. So what happens next?
So that understanding is what fuels action. So agentic AI can directly perform tasks within those connected systems.
Okay.
So, something like running diagnostics or resolving a common IT issue.
Right.
They're also goal-oriented, meaning that they're designed with a specific business outcome in mind,
Yeah.
whether that's faster customer service or a more efficient supply chain.
So it's more sophisticated than just following like a flow chart.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not just a basic if this, then that. They have decision-making capabilities, allowing them to analyze data, apply logic, and choose the best path forward.
Wow.
And importantly, they possess adaptability. So
Right.
they learn from new data and experiences
Oh, Bob.
to continuously improve the performance.
So they get smarter as they go.
They get smarter as they go, and what's really driving that is the use of large language models, or LLMs.
Okay.
And you can think of these massive language models as the brains behind the agents,
Oh.
allowing them to understand context, make inferences, and generate appropriate actions, much like a human expert would.
Right.
So this allows for a much more flexible and intelligent form of autonomous operation.
So it sounds incredibly promising, but what are the typical hurdles that enterprises are facing when they try to implement these AI solutions right now? Because I know there are some,
Absolutely.
the sources kind of go into this a little bit.
Yeah, so the materials that we looked at, they clearly outline, what they're calling the enterprise AI problem. And a major issue is slow time to value. So traditional AI projects, those can be pretty lengthy,
They can be, yeah.
often taking months, if not years,
Yeah.
before a business actually sees any kind of return on investment.
Wow.
So just imagine the competitive disadvantage of waiting that long.
Oh my gosh. Years in today's, rapidly evolving market, that kind of timeline feels like forever.
It is an eternity, yeah.
Right.
And that extended time frame also often comes with really high development costs.
Yeah.
Building those AI models, those bespoke automation solutions that demand significant resources. We're talking specialized talent complex infrastructure
Right.
and a considerable amount of time.
Yeah.
And then finally, there are very substantial concerns around lack of control and privacy,
Uh-huh.
particularly when you're relying on cloud-based AI solutions.
Okay.
Businesses are very worried, understandably so, about where their sensitive data resides and who has access to it.
Right. So it's a combination of like, slow to implement, expensive to build, and then potentially introducing these new security and privacy risks.
Exactly.
And this is where lowtouch.ai steps in with their no-code approach, right?
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
lowtouch.ai positions itself as a direct answer to all of these challenges
Okay.
by providing this private, no-code agentic AI platform.
It's a private no-code.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the fundamental idea here is to empower those businesses to create these task-driven AI agents
Yeah.
using the applications and the APIs that they already have
Right.
without needing to write any new code.
No new codes required. That's huge.
It is huge.
For someone who isn't like a coding expert, what does that actually unlock for them in terms of their ability to use AI?
Yeah, I mean, it really democratizes access to AI, right? So instead of relying on, those highly specialized engineers,
Yeah.
the business users who deeply understand their workflows,
Right.
they can now directly participate in building and deploying that intelligent automation. And the core benefits here are faster automation, secure data handling, and seamless integration
Okay.
because it's a no-code platform leveraging existing infrastructure.
Yeah.
That deployment process is significantly accelerated.
Yeah.
And, the platform is designed with privacy by design,
All right.
meaning that these AI agents are going to operate within the enterprise's own infrastructure,
Right.
giving them that complete control over their data and safeguarding all that sensitive information trade secrets.
That's so important.
Yeah.
So instead of, those multi-month or even multi-year projects that we were talking about,
Yeah.
what kind of time frame are we looking at with lowtouch.ai?
Yeah, so they specifically highlight a dramatically faster time to market.
Okay.
They're stating that businesses can move from that initial concept for AI automation to having a working solution deployed in weeks rather than months. Weeks.
Yeah, weeks.
That's incredible.
It's a complete game changer in terms of agility and the speed at which you can actually realize that return on investment. Yeah. So significantly faster, inherently more secure.
Yeah.
Due to that private infrastructure.
Yeah.
So now how is this agentic AI built through this no-code platform actually being applied
Yeah.
in, like real-world business scenarios?
Right.
Because the sources mentioned some pretty compelling transformational use cases.
Yeah, they did. And these examples really illustrate the practical power of this approach.
Okay.
So one key area is autonomous workflows.
Oh.
Imagine end-to-end business processes like getting approvals or handling customer support inquiries, but fully automated.
Wow.
The AI agents can dynamically adapt to all those different situations without needing, that constant human oversight.
Right. So that would not only speed things up, but also free up employees' time for other initiatives.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a huge benefit right there.
Yeah.
Another really fascinating application is dynamically composable software.
Okay.
So this involves turning your existing applications and APIs into kind of like flexible building blocks that the AI agents can then combine on the fly to create new business functionalities.
Right.
And again, all without needing to rewrite any code.
Wow.
So think of it as having this set of versatile tools that the AI can then intelligently assemble to solve specific problems.
I like that. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
What other transformations are we seeing out there?
So they also highlighted self-healing IT infrastructure.
Okay.
So here AI agents are continuously monitoring those IT systems, predicting potential issues based on patterns, and automatically taking steps to resolve them
Wow.
before they even lead to any disruptions.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so this can dramatically improve system uptime and reliability.
Yeah.
Then there's autonomous process automation, or APA,
Yeah.
and this goes beyond traditional automation by enabling AI agents to handle exception, make decisions based on real-time data, and continuously optimize those workflows for greater efficiency.
Right. So it's not just about automating the predictable stuff, but also like handling the unexpected.
Exactly.
And then proactively improving operations over time.
Yeah, and making that whole process smarter and more responsive.
Yeah.
And then finally, the sources discussed cognitive help desk transformation.
Okay.
So AI agents can actually understand the nuances of user queries,
Wow.
provide relevant solutions from knowledge bases,
Right.
and even escalate those complex issues to human agents with all the necessary context.
Okay.
So this leads to faster and more effective customer support.
That's great. So all of these sound like they could deliver some pretty significant improvements across various departments.
Absolutely.
What makes low-touch.ai's approach so unique, though? Like, what's the difference that they're offering?
Yeah, so the core differentiators here really boil down to, that central theme we've been talking about,
Huh.
speed, simplicity through no code, and that inherent security.
Okay.
So that faster time to value is achieved through that rapid weeks-long deployment cycle,
Right.
leading to a much quicker realization of ROI.
Okay.
No-code flexibility is critical because it really empowers a broader range of individuals within an organization. So, those who actually understand the business processes the best
Right.
can build and customize these AI agents using familiar tools and their existing knowledge
Right.
without needing to have those really deep technical coding skills.
And, that emphasis on security and privacy seems like it's really a fundamental part of their offering.
It's a cornerstone of their approach.
Yeah.
So privacy by design
Okay.
is key for them by ensuring that those AI agents run within the enterprise's own infrastructure,
Right.
whether that's on premises or in a private cloud.
Right.
They're guaranteeing that that sensitive data, those valuable trade secrets, remain secure
Yeah.
and under the complete control of the organization.
Right.
And this also significantly aids in meeting various data privacy and compliance regulations.
Right.
And then finally, the platform is designed to be scalable and adaptable,
Okay.
allowing businesses to start with specific targeted use cases and then gradually expand their AI-powered automation across the entire enterprise
Yeah.
as their needs evolve and their confidence grows.
Right. So it can grow with them.
Exactly.
So let's delve into the technology and integration aspects of it a little bit more.
Here.
How does this no-code platform seamlessly connect with the systems and the data sources that an enterprise is already using?
Right. So they provide pre-built API endpoints.
Okay.
You can kind of think of these as ready-made digital connectors that allow the platform to easily talk to your existing software
Okay.
without needing any complex coding.
Got it.
So this enables the AI agents to seamlessly integrate with existing data stores and other relevant digital assets within the organization.
Okay.
They also highlight a React-powered architecture, which combines reasoning and acting capabilities,
Oh.
allowing that AI agent to first think about the problem and the possible solutions,
Okay.
and then act and execute the chosen solution.
Right.
So this makes its actions much more considered and effective
Right.
than, just simple rule-based automation.
So can you give us some specific examples of the types of tools and platforms that they can connect with?
Yeah, so they list a wide range of commonly used enterprise tools,
Okay.
including email systems, project management platforms like Jira IT service management tools like ServiceNow,
All right.
collaboration platforms like Confluence and SharePoint,
Yeah.
and various other APIs and applications that businesses are going to rely on every day.
Right. And importantly, like we touched on earlier, the platform is also compatible with air-gapped on-premises or private cloud environments.
That's right.
So that means the system can even operate in those really highly secure environments that have no direct connection to the public internet.
Yeah.
And that addresses, some really critical security concerns for those organizations in highly regulated industries.
Absolutely.
So it's really architected to integrate into that existing technology landscape rather than, requiring them to rip and replace everything.
Exactly. You can just plug and play, essentially.
Right. So looking ahead, what is the broader vision for the future that the sources outline regarding, agentic AI and low-touch.ai's role in it?
Yeah, so the overarching vision is that agentic AI represents the future of enterprise automation.
Okay.
And low-touch.ai sees itself as providing that critical infrastructure that those enterprises need
Yeah.
to successfully embark on this, AI-driven transformation.
Right.
And they emphasize making this advanced technology not only powerful, but also accessible, manageable, and secure for businesses of all sizes.
Right.
They're providing that on-ramp for enterprises to start their AI journey with confidence.
And they're not limited to just one type of underlying AI model, are they?
No, they're not. They highlight the availability of various AI models,
Okay.
including models like GPT-NeoX, Llama Bloom, and GPT-J.
Why?
And these different models are well-suited for a diverse range of applications from, generating compelling content,
Yeah.
providing really efficient customer support, enabling those multilingual services, and powering sophisticated chatbot automation.
Right.
So it gives the enterprises the flexibility to choose the right AI for their specific needs.
That's great. it sounds like they're also invested in like educating and empowering businesses to adopt this technology.
Yeah.
Effective. I remember seeing a mention of their AI Academy.
Yeah, the AI Academy by lowtouch.ai is a really valuable resource
Hmm.
for individuals and organizations that are looking to deepen their understanding of no-code AI agents,
Right.
the principles of effective business process automation, and the application of AI in transforming IT operations.
Right.
So it's really designed to equip those businesses with the knowledge and practical guidance that's necessary to leverage those private AI agents securely and achieve tangible results.
Yeah. So to bring it all together, what are the key takeaways for you regarding the potential of no-code agentic AI,
Right.
especially through a platform like lowtouch.ai for those enterprises that are looking ahead to the future?
Yeah, so the key takeaways for me really center around the convergence of speed, simplicity, and security.
Yeah.
So that no-code approach significantly accelerates the time to value, allowing those businesses to see a return on their AI investment much faster.
Right.
The focus on a private platform provides enhanced security and control over that sensitive data,
Yeah.
and that addresses a major concern for a lot of these enterprises.
Yeah, for sure.
And ultimately, lowtouch.ai provides that foundational infrastructure that's required for those enterprises to confidently begin and scale their AI journey.
Okay.
So it's really positioning agentic AI as the future of how businesses will operate and automate.
It sounds like a really compelling proposition for those businesses that have been, looking for a faster, more secure, and less complex way to embrace AI-driven automation.
Absolutely. I mean, the potential to really revolutionize customer experiences,
Yeah.
empower employees with more intelligent tools,
Right.
and drive significant gains in operational efficiency is immense.
It really is. So as you're listening to this, consider this. How could the rapid deployment of autonomous AI agents built and operating securely within your own environment,
Hmm.
how could that fundamentally reshape your organization?
Right.
It's certainly a landscape that's worth exploring
Yeah.
further
Yeah,
and maybe investigating the resources that we've mentioned today,
absolutely.
like requesting a demo from lowtouch.ai or exploring their AI Academy could be your next step
Yeah.
in, understanding and potentially leveraging this transformative technology.
So thanks for diving deep with us today.
Thank you.